The litigants are bound by the court ruling from Judge Jackie Glass.
Kanisha, you're here today as the plaintiff, and you are suing Jamal.
Yes.
For $3,248 because you put together a comedy show and he was your headliner.
Yes.
What did you do to promote this show?
Your Honor, I went to comedy show. I mean, I had did the radio promo. I did the flyers, advertising Jamal as my headliner, which is his stage name is Shawty. And I felt as though when I put the comedy show together, you know, it was good for me to go ahead and just get him because he was a familiar face.
How many other people did you have in the show?
I had 5 comedians all together. When I put the show together, I made up a contract.
Okay.
And anyone 10 minutes or more late, they would get 50% deducted from their what I owe them.
On time being what?
8 o'clock, and it states the show starts at 8 o'clock. I have the flyer, and as you see, his big head right there, showing that he's the headliner, right?
You talking about this big head here? Look, I even circled it. Right there. Big and bright. I figured he's a washed-up comedian, so I figured, you know what, I'll go ahead and use him. He's washed up, and you're promoting him as your big act?
I got a family of comedians, you know. I got my cousin Squirt.
I don't know about his family. I just know everybody was there on time. Everyone know the show starts at 8. And like I said, the contract states that you have to be there at the show on time.
Hold on. You know what? You're giving her the death stare. I know. But you don't have to do that. Because I'm going to give you plenty of opportunity to talk.
I'm not going to say anything.
Okay.
I'm just listening.
You're just listening?
Yeah, I'm just taking it in.
Taking it in. I got you. Okay. So, 8 o'clock comes, he's not there. What happens?
He shows up, I'd probably say about like 9:15, 9:20. We're in the back smoking, and I told him, you know, I have to go by my contract. I have to.
And you had already paid him
I had already paid him a deposit already.
And it was going to be a total of $2,000.
Yes, ma'am.
You had already given him $1,000.
Right.
And when he completed his set...
Right. He would have got paid.
He shows up eventually.
He does show up.
And what happens?
I was trying to tell him, you know, I have to go by my contract. I'm not paying you the whole, what I owe you. And that's when he blew up and he walked away. Me and his girlfriend ended up getting into it, and I had to put her in her place and let her know she has nothing to do with this. They went and got in the car, and the last thing I'm hearing from her is, thank you for the $1,000, B.
Okay, but didn't he also go out on stage? Didn't you tell me that?
Now, what I found out is I have a girlfriend of mine. Can I bring her out?
Is that
my
your witness? Okay, let's have the witness come up for the plaintiff's side. Are you Monica?
Yes.
Okay, Monica, thanks for joining us here at Swift Justice. And you observed this?
Yes, I did.
And when he went out on the stage, what did you see him do?
Well, basically, he came out on the stage and it was pretty much like, I'm late, they're not going to pay me, and basically, he's not performing. You know, and
and you didn't get to see him?
Exactly. Took off work, missed Mother's Day with my mother, and I think I was more upset because I spent money as well as I drove all the way from Atlanta to Albany, Georgia.
And he walked off the stage?
Yeah.
We have tape of that?
Sure do.
Oh, well, let's play the tape then, shall we? Okay. Well, then that's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. Thank you for joining us today, and you can go back into your seat. All right. So, you say you don't owe her anything.
Yes.
And in fact, you say that she owes you the balance of the contract.
Yes, she does.
And why do you say that?
All right, Your Honor, first of all, this is what happened. I was doing her a favor. I did a show for $2,000 for her. I don't even charge $2,000. I charge way more than that, a lot more. If she had tried to get another comedian of my caliber, she would have been paying $5,000 or better.
What caliber comedian are you?
I mean, I've did a lot of shows. I'm a regular on Nick Cannon's Wildin' Out. I did 2 seasons. I've been in over 100 music videos with all major artists. I get it popping. I sell tickets. I've been back to Albany, packed crowd, 5,000 people. I was only hosting, and I got almost double to what I charged her. I was looking out. You know, I'm trying to be cool. Even the contract, she got me running all over Atlanta.
Did you read that contract?
I read the contract. Yes, I did.
And when it said, don't be late,
I made sure I got there early.
Coming up, Swift Justice continues with comedian Double D.
and you were the host of that comedy show.
Yes, I was the host, mediator.
How big was the venue?
I mean, it was only 10 people there. We could have did a show in the car. So.
Maybe in your car, but not my car.
Fowler versus Hughley. The defendant in this case admits he lost his sense of humor once the plaintiff said no way to paying the final $1,000 of his contract. Now, his girlfriend says the plaintiff was the one behaving badly.
You got to the hotel.
I got to the hotel. She checked me in about 4 o'clock.
You were with your girlfriend.
I was with, can I bring my lady
Let's,
up?
come on, bring
she's
up
way
your lady.
More,
yeah, let's bring her up.
She was there the whole time.
She's all sparkly today and everything.
Oh, yes.
All right. All right. So, you went to the hotel together.
We did.
And she checked you in.
She did.
And you knew that the show started at 8 o'clock?
No, ma'am.
It wasn't in the contract?
No.
Can we see the contract?
Let's bring up the contract again. Absolutely, we can.
Because she was talking about the contract, and you stated that in the contract it said be there at what time?
It said on time. You're right. I didn't have it on there.
Okay, wait. Does it say in this contract anywhere that you have to be there at 8 o'clock?
No, it does not.
It just says be there on time.
Right.
All right. Okay. So, what did that on time mean to you?
To be there at the time a headliner is supposed to be there, which you give them room. You don't get there. I mean, no headliner gets to the show first.
Okay.
And the hotel was right across the street. I MapQuested, it was less than a minute away.
Less than a minute?
Less than a minute.
Did MapQuest really say less than a minute?
Yes.
All right.
It said 1 minute. No, it said 1 minute.
1 minute. All right. Well, either way, less than a minute, you were right there.
Yes, I was right there. She never called my phone and say, where you at, Shawty? Never looking for me.
Oh, do that again for me.
Where you at, Shawty?
Thank you very much. All right.
I mean, can I finish?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. So I talked to Double D. We was talking. So I guess he gave me a call about 7:50. Like, man, I don't know when the show gonna start. She's waiting. She's waiting on more people to get here. It's like 10 people here. And so I was like, well, when you get ready to start the show, would you please give me a call and I will come across the street.
So 10 minutes before the show starts, there's only 10 people there, and that's not enough. Right?
I wanted my money.
Right.
I didn't care. I wasn't in business
I mean, if
with
there
her.
had been one person there, you would have performed.
I would have
just to get your
like
money.
There was 1,000 people there.
Right,
just because that person came to see me.
Okay. When did you get the call to come over?
I got the call about 9-ish, and that's when I got dressed and drove to the venue. I come in, everybody.
You drove across the street?
Yeah, because I had my computer, and I wanted to show off my new car. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
I did, because her boyfriend was supposed to sell me a car, but they,
All right. So you drove across the street,
yeah.
and what happened?
The first comedian was coming off the stage.
Okay.
So I went in the back, working on my computer. She come in the back, oh, I need a drink. So I'm like, oh, I want to smoke some. She's like, well, you find some, let me know. So, we started trying to find out who had the smoke.
Okay.
Loud, the real deal.
Okay.
Okay, so we all go back in the back. So we're in the back, we smoking, and she must have got high. Because she talking about, Shawty, you know you late, I ain't gonna give you all your money. I'm like, I'm not late. I'm on time. I'm like, I'm here, we back here chilling. She like, no, in the contract, it says if you ain't here on time, then you ain't gonna get all your money. I said, are you serious? She said, yeah. I said, ain't nothing else to talk about. I walked in the venue.
At that point, she came and she said, can I talk to you? So as far as her saying she put me in my place, no, she initiated a conversation.
No, stop.
I'm sorry. She saw me walking. She said, can I talk to you? I said, yeah. I said, what's going on? She said, he's late. And in my contract, I stated that he's going to get deducted if he's not on time. I said, well, Kanisha, we're not late. I said, we're here in well enough time. You don't really know what you're doing. And she says, I'm a professional. I know what I'm doing. And she got belligerent. At this point, she's talking extremely loud. He overhears it. He comes and he says, come on, let's go, because we're not going to sit here and argue with her. She's not going to pay me. Let's go. He says, I'm going to let them know why I'm not going to appear on stage.
And then that's
I'm
what
not going to leave the audience thinking that I'm a no-show.
Right.
So I'm going to let them know why they're not going to see me tonight.
Right. We have with us today an additional witness. Let's bring out DeGario, right?
This is him?
This is him.
Yes.
Well, thank you for joining us here. And what is the name that you go by?
Comedian Double D.
Comedian Double D. And you were the host of that comedy show.
Yes, I was the host, the mediator.
The mediator. Yeah. The night in question, you are in charge there up on the stage.
Yes, correct.
All right. She says the show started at 8:15. They say the show started at 9 o'clock. In your opinion, was he late?
Coming up.
He's the host of the show.
Yes, he is.
He's going out
and that's
first.
his friend, so of course he's going to have his back.
Swift Justice with Jackie Glass continues. Fowler versus Hughley. The defendant in this case says he did the plaintiff a favor by performing at her comedy show. He's countersuing for $1,000.
Weren't there other comedians that still had to go on before the big act?
Jamal was there. The first comedian was walking off stage, and he was there.
And so he would have been there in plenty of time to do his routine.
He goes up last. Normally the headliner doesn't get there. I mean, it was only 10 people there. We could have did a show in the car. So
it don't matter how many
maybe
people
in your
were
car,
there.
but not my car.
Yeah.
Now listen, how big was the venue?
950.
950? And there were 20 people there?
20 people.
It was 30-something people there in this class.
Tomato, tomato.
Okay, hold on. All right. So now I have the performer. I have, of course, his girlfriend, who, of course, is going to back up the performer. Right. And then I have the host of the show, who all say to me, the judge, the show started not at 8 o'clock, not at 8:15. It didn't start till 9 o'clock. Are you still sticking by your story?
Yes, ma'am. Can you please ask Mr. D over there what time he showed up and all the other comedians? Because he was the main one saying, I want to make sure I'm not late. Can you please ask him what time he came?
But hold on. Excuse me, Kanisha. He's the host of the show.
Yes, he is.
He's going out
and that's
first.
his friend, so of course he's going to have his back. Because I didn't even know he's going to be here.
Oh, it was a surprise.
Yes. Ta-da.
Yes. Ta-da.
So you made up a time.
No, I didn't make up any
listen.
time.
Yes, you did.
I don't have to make up.
We're starting out this morning with a ring of the bell here at Swift Justice. Now listen, folks. I'm the judge. I'm in charge, and I'm going to tell you what we're going to do here. All right? And thank you for joining us today. Based on the testimony of everybody, the video, the evidence, the court is ready to rule. He was present. He was ready, willing, and able to perform and uphold his end of the contract. Based on all of that, the court finds in favor of the defendant and against the plaintiff. I'm awarding you the $1,000. This case is closed. Thank you.